So I'm here. Happy Saturday to you. My day has been busy, like working, cooking all together. Like seriously. If you notice, I haven't come on Facebook much enough. So I couldn't post, I couldn't reply a lot of comments today. I was really, really busy because cooking and I just finished 8 o'clock just now. And I still have to round up and stuff and do all kinds of stuff. I was really busy, really, really busy. It was a handful weekend for me, especially the weekend where I'm working and cooking at the same time. It was really handful. It was really, really handful. Good evening once again. Oh, good evening to you. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? You? How is everyone? Good evening. Good evening. I'm just sharing, please kindly also share. Kindly share. Kindly share. Kindly share. And good evening to you. Kindly share. Kindly share. Oh yeah, this is TikTok phone. Kindly share. Kindly share. Let me, when you are using multiple phones, before you set everything up, it can take a bit of time. So I'm just setting up my phone. Did I off my phone? Hey. My phone is blocked. Yeah, yes, Shensu. Thank you so much for always sharing. Guys, to do giveaway, if you notice that people doesn't do giveaway on Facebook anymore, you know why? Because Facebook is saying it's spamming. And because of that, they will spam your account. They will demonetize your account. And I have the other Facebook of mine. That has been the problem of my Facebook. Facebook said, wait, which phone is this white phone? Oh, shit. Now I remember which. Oh, my God. What a day. Finally. Facebook said, when you are doing that, you are not following a clickbait and is a fake engagement. That because it's fake engagement, you won't get paid. It demonetize your account. And I can tell you that I've been, for the past 1 year, my pay from my other Facebook and this Facebook, I've not getting a dime because the money is owed because of that. I used to do giveaway before. Yeah. Facebook said you pay people for engagement, and because of that, is against their community guideline, and then they demonetize the account. That has been a year plus. They demonetize the account, even the pay of that account, they still hold it. So doing giveaway these days, if you notice, people doesn't do it. I saw someone last time that his account was having 12 grand, 12K dollar, and they can't pay it because it's demonetized. That is something that is going on. If you notice that people used to do like a lot of giveaway, they don't do it anymore because if they catch you, your account is gone. That's what we have been facing. It's not that someone cannot do giveaway or to appreciate people that be kind to you. But Facebook won't see it that way. That's the problem. It's just one of those painful stuff that we see as a content creator, as a creator, That's why you just have to do what you do because you love it, not because of the pay. Because if you do it because of the pay, someday, somehow, that money can just be demonetized. It's very, very tricky these days. Facebook is really, really tricky. You can get paid today, and for the past 1 year plus now, I haven't get a dime from Facebook. That's how Facebook is. And I see posts and I see do come I see, do my stuff because it is what I do. Whether I get paid or not, it's still what I do. So that's just one of those things people face, on Facebook here. But I will still look for some other way to appreciate all my followers, all my supporters. I will still look for other way, other mix. But just to let you guys know that this is what is. But you are any in this page. I'm any, but even though you are any, that's the something. Even though if you are any, but I'm not even any that much, like $3, $4, it's not that much. But even though if you are any, you won't get paid. The money will be accumulated there, but you won't receive it. That is what Facebook does. I'm not just the only one, though. So when I see someone with $12,000, you know how much is $12,000? Hi, people, you two people, please kindly subscribe. Subscribe. You guys are so much there. Subscribe and thumbs up, please. Very, very important. Subscribes and thumbs up. When I see people, majority of page owner are paying through admin, then the admin will distribute. Yes, I think that is something I will have to, do because it helps. That's the only way. You give it to one person and the one person will not distribute it. I'm also thinking about that too, because that's the easiest way. So this Facebook is live. So that's the easiest way that we are not doing it now. If you notice that they don't do, give it out as before we used to, that the way they used to do it, just do a giveaway and calling people out, thank you for supporting and all those stuff. We don't do it anymore because it would definitely bring your page down. Like seriously, Facebook will just demonetize your account. And once you are being demonetized, you don't know when you will get monetized again. And when you get monetized again, you don't know when you will start earning. That's how tricky. Let me say it. That is how tricky it is these days. So I'm just saying, kind of, I'm just waiting a bit to see how things work so that I can look for someone who will be my admin, that I can give money to and who will help me to distribute it. Because maybe you give somebody money now and the person just pocket it and there is nothing you can do. People are interested these days. If you just give somebody that and say, okay, distribute this money to so people, before you know, the person will just put money in their pocket. So those are one of those things, But it will help you to grow your genuine fans. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing, That's the thing. Because even growing page or growing your community is nice to really have people who support you, and also you support them in a genuine way. But it's just that this day Facebook can be such, like their community guideline is excessive. When giveaway stop, you know your true fans. Yes, another that is really one of those loyalty. And I personally, I have a lot of people to actually appreciate because these people have never given them a dime. They have been on my page for the past 1 year plus, and they still share they still share my content, they still comment, those are the people that actually deserve those type of giveaway, because those people, they are always there. Let me put it up here so that we can start. They are always there supporting, commenting, sharing, and I've never do giveaway for them for the past 1 year. And that is loyalty. That is people who are really loyal to you, not because you are giving to them, not because you are really, giving them anything, but because they really want to be there. And that is something. So when you have that kind of people, it's good. Sometimes you appreciate them. But anyway, when I see someone that is like, I know that, okay, I will be able to give this person something and distribute to the rest people, and they will actually have it, then I will do it, and I will not make sure it on my page, because I will be so glad when my page come back, like my other Facebook account. That account was 140,000 K from 130,000 is the Kwesi Talk to. From 120,000, it begins to go down. I think it's 130,000. I think it's 138 now. So, and that account, Facebook just like really, really, really. But those are the things you face on Facebook here. But it's fine, it's really fine, because at least when you are doing what you are doing it because you love doing it. You enjoy doing it. And because you enjoy doing it, that is what matters. And someday, somehow, those accounts, I know that definitely the account will be released, because it's more than 1 year. And I'm not the only one in this situation. And a lot of people, imagine someone with 12,000, how do you expect that person to even sleep when you are already waiting that to get paid, and then Facebook tell you they can't pay your 12K because you don't follow their community guideline? That can be a very high depression. But it is well. No, it is definitely well. This is my hair. I may try to comb more. It is well, life goes on. What goes around always come back around. And even if you get demonetized today, tomorrow you will also be monetized as well. That is the way it is. But anyway, welcome back to Kwesi Talk again. And it was another beautiful day, another good evening day. And we are back again to have another beautiful discussion. Please kindly share, subscribe, YouTube people. Thank you all so much for coming out again. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting. Thank you all so much. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, that's Kwesi Talk, please kindly subscribe. Facebook, TikTok, kindly subscribe. Thank you all so much. Ogechi, thank you so much. Good evening to you. Please kindly share, and thank you all so much. So today is another beautiful Saturday, and welcome back. Another wonderful Saturday again. So today we will be discussing about Let It Go. It will be kind of an emotional moment, but I just want you to sit down to kind of reflect on this information, not to scare you, not to make you feel down, not to make you feel emotionally, not to make you feel kind of bad, but to make you feel good and to make you feel better. And that is something we'll be discussing. And that is something that we will be talking about, because it is something that is important. And as a matter of fact, it has been something that holding people back. It holds them back like this, they can't move forward. Sometimes in life, when we're always talking about everything is energy. Everything we do is energy. Everything is connected energetically. So because everything is connected, that means we release and take energy in and out, just like we breathe in and we breathe out. We breathe in and we breathe out, and we breathe in and we breathe out. That is the same way we take energy. So you give energy out, you collect energy back. That's just the way. But for you to move on, there's some energy that you need to actually let go. And those energies what we are going to be discussing today. And that is that is something that is actually very important in order for you to move forward, in order for you to be able to, to get better in life. You have to let some certain things go. And one of those things that you need to let go are things that are not pleasant to you and things that are not helping you. It might be, last time I talked about forgiveness, and forgiveness is one of those things that, you have to let it go. Like, seriously. It's not because people hurt you. It's not because they are evil. It's not because you want to be righteous that you have to forgive them. It's because of yourself. And the moment you start knowing what is forgiveness, then you don't have to hold them back anymore. And I talked about it last time, that when you are holding back to people that hurt you, that do something wrong to you, you are kind of, thinking about it, talking about it in a negative way. You are holding them back. You are safeguarding them away from karma. You are holding them, and as you are holding them, you also holding yourself back as well. Imagine having these two things, my favorite demonstration. Imagine having these two things now. This one, is attached. Every time you think about this person, you always attach yourself. But now it's time to let that person go. You free yourself from that person. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for that hug. Thank you so much. You free yourself from that person. You free yourself from whatever that person is to you by forgiving that person, no matter what he did, no matter how bad and horrible that thing might look like, or that thing might be to you. It hurts you, yes. It's painful, yes, but you have to let it go. You letting it go is you freeing yourself. You letting it go is you setting yourself free. Because mind you, if you never forgive that person, you will never be free. Just like you are tied to that person, because everything is energy. You are automatically tied to that person. You are so tied to that person that so long you are tied to that person, you cannot move forward. So in order for you to move forward, you have to be separated. You have to let that person leave, and you have to let it go. And you letting it go is you setting yourself free. And you setting yourself free is that means you can get a better life. Relationship is one of those things that people also hold on to, especially their exes. Oh, he hurt me. He broke my heart. He didn't break your heart. He didn't hurt you. If you have been following my live stream, you will understand when I talk about spirituality and contract and all those stuff. Those are the things that we have to understand on this realm. We have to have the knowledge to understand that every people that we come across in this realm, that they teach us a lesson and they give us a lesson. It doesn't mean that they must be with us forever. So if the time comes that that person have to leave, that is, relationship doesn't go anymore. That means that chapter of that person in your life has come to an end. It's one of those painful things that we need to realize. But unfortunately, is that not everybody knows it. Not everybody understands these things. But those are those things. I know it's kind of hard. Because what are you even saying? Are you saying yes? I'm saying what you think I'm saying. You understand me? I'm saying what you think I am saying. That relationship didn't break, or that marriage didn't break. It was the time for that marriage to end. And it was that time that the marriage have to end. Not because one negative force, because it would have still end. Because this life is a journey. This life is a lesson. So the better we stop We stop being attached to something. We stop being attached to people. We stop being attached to anybody, the better it is for us. Because if we must fly like a... My demonstration is full. If we must fly like a bird, we need to be free. We cannot be attached to anything like anybody. So if that relationship said, oh, sorry, this relationship is not going well anymore, or this thing is not going anymore, no need for you to break your head about it. Okay, no problem. That is lesson. I really appreciate the time that we'll be together. I really appreciate the time we spent together. It was an amazing journey. It was one of those things that I will always love and remember you. Thank you so much. You take it. So you walk. That is it. That is that, like literally, that is it. But when you say, oh, I was so in love, my dear, you were not in love. You were emotionally tied to that person. And because you are emotionally tied to that person, you think you are in love. You are in a life full of journey. You're in a life full of lessons. So you cannot be attached to one person. Like, seriously, let's break it all out. Come on. I need to break it all out. You cannot be attached to one person. That is not life. That is bondage. Like, seriously, like on this planet as it is right now, that is what it is. So not everyone is seeing it that way. Yeah, of course. That is why we have come here to create this awareness and let people understand that this thing is normal. You cannot be attached to one person. You can't. Like, as a matter of fact, on this life lesson dream world that looks so real, you can't be attached to anything. Like, seriously. That is how hard it is. Have you not wondered that these days that there is so much divorce, so much breakup? Why you think that happened? Why you think that happened? Because a lot of souls are waking up. Excuse me. A lot of souls are waking up. A lot of people are remembering themselves. A lot of people are discovering themselves. And a lot of people are knowing who they are. And as a result of that, they are breaking out from all of those cocoons that they used to be. All of those cocoons, they are breaking out. They are breaking out. And as they continue to break out, that is how they continue to grow. So for you to grow, everything that has to be attached to you, everybody that hurts you, that's why spirituality is one of still the hardest thing that people won't talk about, because it's hard. It's not simple. It's not that like or religion where you need to do the sacrifice or you need to pray this kind of prayer. No. Spirituality is pure. Like, there is no bias. There is no bias. It's pure, like singly pure, clean pure. There is no manipulation. So if you have to let it go, you let it go. You take full responsibility of everything you do. You understand that this thing is evil. There is no forgiveness about it. Oh, this thing is bad. Oh, maybe I should just do it and I pray to one God to forgive you. That is not how it works. We are all responsible for every actions that we do. But in order for us to move forward, everything that has to be attached to us need to go. And that is holding back anything by thing. Forgiveness, forgive anybody that hurt you. No matter how painful it is a lesson they taught you. I love it in one of my posts. I said, it is a lesson they taught you. They didn't hurt you. At first, personally, those things used to hurt me. I will be very honest with that. I will be very, very honest with that. Those things used to hurt me. It used to pain me because I'm a very high intensive vibrating person. I feel a lot. So when people do something to me, it will hurt me so bad. Like, it take me years for me to understand that these people were not hurting me. They were teaching me a lesson. So what you now do, you take the lesson from it and you take them away. So when you take the lesson from it, you push them away. Why? Because now you have to free yourself. You have to let it go. You have to demarcate yourself. That is why I also said that because you forgive people, it doesn't mean you should have them back in your life. Because you forgive people, it doesn't mean they should constant to be cushy with you. No. Because once a snake, always a snake. That's just the way it is. Hello, good evening. Oh, good evening. Chris, good evening. So once a snake, always a snake. So no matter how they shade the skin, they are still a snake. So for that reason, that is why you have to let it go. And when you let it go, you forgive whoever that offend you, you are free. You just make yourself free because at this time you are able to move forward. At this time you are able to feel. At this time you are able to push forward, and at this time you are able to do better in life. Otherwise, you will always be trapped. You always be, stuck. You always be stuck in one place. You can't move because everything is energy. Everything is energy. If your energy is tied down, there is no way you will move forward. If your energy is tied down, there is no way you will do better. And if your energy is tied down, there is no way. Everything you just do, just keep on. And you can understand it. You can actually, you can explain it because you just try. You try. But there is that one person that has hurt you. Anything you think about, your heart bloom, because you are still holding that person. And I'm here to tell you today, let it go. Yeah. You just have to let it go. You have to free yourself from that person. Because the moment you say, I forgive you, if it is so difficult, just say the person name in your own single space when you are alone or yourself. Just say the person name out. You hurt me so much, but today I am freeing you. I'm letting it go. I'm forgiving you. I forgive you with the depth of my heart. I forgive you so good. I forgive you with everything. I forgive you as much as possible I can. Do it and see how things will change. Because at that time, you have just be separated from that person. You have just freed that person. And here is the good part about it is that when you forgive person, when you let that person go, you forgive that person. This is the best part that I personally love about it is that you release that person for karma. That's something that take me years to understand that. That is why no matter how you hurt me, I will look at you, I will walk away. I won't hold you. Why? Because it is your own problem. It is you and karma that will decide, that will be doing the discussion, not me. But for me, oh boy, I forgive you. And because I forgive you, it doesn't mean that I have to repeat my foolishness around you because you taught me a lesson that I can't trust you. You taught me a lesson that I can't depend on you. You taught me a lesson that who you are. And for that reason, that lesson that person have taught me is what I take. And for other things, you are your own. And let karma do the magic. It's not me. You know one thing, listen. When someone who actually do negative things to you, I mean negative things, like negative or off negative, do black magic to you, and you didn't retaliate, and you just let that person be. Do you know that when something negative, very negative happens to that person, whether karma or whatever thing that may happen to that person, do you know that nobody will come and hold you? But when you go and meet that person, but because that person do negative thing to you, and you go and before you know, police will come to you. Before you know, they will arrest you. Before you know, it will escalate and escalate and escalate. One problem or the other, blah, 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 and problem never solved. At the end of the day, your heart is still broken. At the end of the day, your heart is still pressed down. At the end of the day, you will still be like, oh, he hurts me. He do me this. He do me that. And as you are doing it, as you are, breathing on all those pain and all those anguish that you have towards that person, so you are dragging yourself backward. And that is why let it go. It doesn't matter what the person is. It doesn't matter what they do to you. Let it go. When you free that person, you forgive them, you release them for karma. But when you are holding on to that person, karma cannot deal with that person because you have never freed that person from you. You have to release those energy. That is just it. That is just it. So let it go. Whatever thing that holds you, that thing that seems so painful. Yeah. It's painful. I can't believe me. Sometimes I just say, Quincy, you are talking about this. Because I remember then when my soul guide would say, Quincy, you have to let it go. I say, what? But I've now seen the good part of it, the beautiful picture of you forgiving those that hurt you. You forgive them doesn't mean you should have them back in your life. Those are two things. A snake is a snake. A snake can never change into a snake can never change to a chicken. A snake will always remain a snake. A snake can only shade its skin and it can never change to a chicken. So for that reason, if someone shows himself to be a snake to you, doesn't mean you should hold that. You should take that person back again. That is not what Quincy said. Quincy said you should forgive that person, but let that person be on his own. Because sometimes our mistake, people that come to that feel that they come to hurt us, they didn't really actually hurt us. They only taught us a lesson. It takes me years for me to decode this word. Like, seriously. It takes me years that they didn't hurt me. They were teaching me a lesson. A lesson of who to trust, a lesson of who to count on, a lesson of independence, a lesson of wisdom, a lesson of attention to details, a lesson of consciousness, a lesson of self-awareness, a lesson of you yourself. Be very sensitive, and a lesson of taking actions, and also a lesson that is more vital is listening to your intuition. Those are these lessons they come to teach you. Because at the end of all these things, your at first, your intuition told you that this person, but you were so, but at the end of the day, and everything blows out. So what did they taught you? They taught you that your intuition was right. They taught you that you are independent, you can live without them. They taught you wisdom. They taught you knowledge. All those times you were sitting down to strategically deal with them. How you do this, how you do this, how you do with this. You were able to figure it out. That is the lesson they give you. That is the lesson. So when you take all those lessons, you're free to go. You are free to go. Sometimes we may not understand this. We may not see it in this perspective. We may not. But let me tell you, the beautiful part of it is that there was a time that somebody, it just become too messy for me. And I was kind of just trying to put my emotions aside and follow my intuition, because my intuition was always right. And it still don't go. And then I start to read book. And that moment I began to read, and one of those things that just keep on popping on my head is called the reverse psychology. And that book that I was reading, I read, and I was like, whoa, do you mean that this person has been trying to manipulate me? Do you mean that this person has been using all these tricks on me? And I began to analyze every conversation, every time, every body language and reactions, the things you ask, how the person will reply you, and so forth and so forth. And I look myself, I say, wow. And at the end of the day that this person starts to misbehave, I just look at it, my dear, I forgive you. because you didn't hurt me. You taught me a lesson. So when I see people who is manipulative, I'm not going to tell you, say, from a distance, I said, that person is manipulative. That person is manipulative. Because why? Manipulative people, it is a pattern. And it is a way they operate. And it is all the same. If you watch it on a movie, it is all the same. If you watch it on reality, it is all the same. And that is why it is good for us to pay attention. Not just listen to people's words. Not just pay attention. Body language never lie. That is why I keep on saying that people can never run away from their shadow. They can never. They can never run away from the shadow, no matter how they pretend, no matter how they try to, to do it. They can't run away from that shadow. And that is why when you know that it is a lesson they are teaching you, that relationship, it wasn't meant to hurt you or to break you. It was meant to taught you a lesson. Look for the lesson in that relationship. Take it and walk away. Let me tell you, even in marriage, when the marriage comes to an end, it is not the marriage that comes to an end. It is the lesson that comes to an end in that marriage. I repeat, even in marriage, when the marriage break, like for example, in marriage, when a man, oh my God, Danny, please, they need to come and take this one. Diana, come and take your sister. Go. Come and take Diana. Daniela. Wait, excuse me, guys. Diana. Come and take your sister. Go. Go meet Diana. She escaped them. They didn't even know when she left. They didn't know when she left. You just see the race he was bringing. I just heard her running from the step. She was running down. She escaped them. So anyway, so somebody said, like for example, in marriage, when the man left everything for the woman to care for, then after many years later, the man will come back to ask for forgiveness. Man, if I'm the one, I can't forgive you. I must retaliate. No, my dear, you don't retaliate. Diana, take her down, please. So you don't retaliate. No, you don't retaliate. You don't retaliate. No, you don't. The reason why you don't retaliate is that, you see, life teaches us resilience. Resilient is when, no matter what happens to you, all the ups and downs that happens to you in your life, and you were able to move up, you were able to come up, you were able to build up yourself. So take it out this way. If this person never left, you won't be able to do it. You won't be able to do it. It is all a lesson. It is still the lesson that you will keep on learning. And if you never learn it, my dear, you can never move forward. And that is why you must let it go. When you don't see it as punishment, my dear, you will never move forward. In all my life, in my life till now, since I've started to be responsible, taking responsibility for myself, I can vividly tell you that every single thing that's happened in my life, and everything that's happened has taught me who I am today. It has taught me perseverance. It has taught me resilience. It has taught me self-confidence. It has taught me knowledge. It has taught me independency. And it has taught me self-confidence. It has taught me spirituality, because those are the situations like the butterfly in the cocoon that break you, that make you break out, that bring out the best pictures of you that you can never imagine that will ever happen. So if you think, as if you start to look at the whole situation in a different perspective, you will see that, my dear, it wasn't a punishment, it was a lesson, because you were meant to learn that lesson as an independent being. You were meant to learn that lesson how to be resilient. You were meant to learn that lesson how to be independent. And the only way to learn it is that way. This life is school. Not until you graduate, you can never move to the next class. That's just the way it is. Unfortunately, we are in an open school, and in this school of life, there is no four-wall corner. There is no four-wall corner, but we are actually living. So every situation that comes to you, first thing you need to take with you is to let whatever thing that caused it, to let it go. Take the lesson from it. So he should come and reap where he did not sow. No, it's not reaping where he did not sow. Are you saying I should forgive if you come back to ask for forgiveness? No, that is not what I'm saying. No, you are missing that part. So let me break it to you, my dear. This is what I'm saying, that in the situation, we are talking about people letting it go. You letting that person that hurt you go. Because you let that person go, it doesn't mean that you should repeat the same mistake again. A snake is always a snake. They never shed their skin. A snake only shed their skin. They never change. Meaning a snake cannot change to be a chicken. A snake is always remain a snake. So for that reason, person that has hurt you before will automatically hurt you again and again and again. It's psychology. So according to psychology, say whatever thing we do that we have gratification, that we are not being punished for it, we repeat it automatically again. So if person hurt you once, just because that the person hurt you and you forgive that person from your heart, meaning you don't hold grudges against that person, you talk to that person as normal, it doesn't mean that that person should have the same access to your life again. Because if it hurt you before, it will hurt you again. That is the way it is. It is up to you to choose of what should I do. Because you must be able to recognize the venom in a snake. You understand? So we have a snake, we have a venom. So this snake is the person. The attitude of that person is the venom. So you now know that a snake will always be a snake. A snake only shed their skin. They never change. And their venom is dangerous. So what you do, you let the snake go. What do you think will happen? When you let the snake out, so is the venom. But you cannot say, oh, the venom, it is just the venom. Okay, you throw the venom where you put the snake in. What's going to happen again? The snake will bring another venom again. That is how it is. Exactly, that is how it is, my dear. So it is all of your decision to be able to recognize when something is wrong and when something is bad. The lesson of you learning is independency. The lesson of you learning is to, now I get the point. Yeah, okay, I'm glad you get the point. So the lesson of you learning it is for you to be independent, is to be yourself and be strong yourself. So now let me ask a question. If you become independent, like seriously, let's say for example, in your time of independency, everything that you ever wish for fall in place for you. Like seriously. Everything that you ever wanted become in place for you. The person that hurt you before will, even if you forgive that person, quite fine. Will you still allow that person in your life? No. I don't think so. Because you understand that if you can survive without that person, you don't need that person again. That's just the way it is. It's just like someone who put you in a problem. Let's say someone put you in a prison yard. Okay, someone do something and lie and you take the blame from it, and it costs you everything. So now that you are out of the jail, in that process of jail, you learn a lot of things. And in that process of you being in jail, things get better for you. And now that process of you being in jail, everything, start to work out for you. And now you come out, will you still go and be the friend of that person that put you in jail? I guess not, because if you do, that is foolishness. Because the person that hurt you before definitely hurt you again. That's just the way it is. It is psychology. Psychology never lies. Anything that we do, that we have gratification from, we automatically do it again. Our brain repeats anything that satisfies it. If you never get punished from it, you will automatically repeat it again and again and again and again and again. But it is up to you to say, I don't need this thing anymore. I forgive you, I let you go. You stay on your side. I always say, you can forgive people and never speak with them again. That's just the way it is. You can forgive people and never speak with them again. Not because you keep malice with them. It's because they are no longer welcome around you. That's just the way it is. You forgive them, good. You see, I think that the forgiveness way that the word teaches or taught us about forgiveness is wrong. Because they taught us that when someone forgive you and they come and beg for forgiveness, you forgive them and take them back. But that is wrong. Because a snake is a snake. A snake can never change to be a chicken. A snake only shed their skin to become a bigger snake. So when someone that hurt you will definitely hurt you again. But the thing is, when psychology and wisdom and philosophy have put everything together, and they have come to agree that when someone hurts you, you forgive them, but never take them back again. It's not because you don't forgive them. It's because you actually forgive them, but they are no longer welcome around you, because that is where you set a boundary. With the person that tried to destroy you before, you will still do it again. He failed, and now you want to carry him, take him back. It's like, you see, it was a small snake. It was a small snake, and he did something wrong, tried to destroy you, and he failed. And he begged, oh, I'm so sorry. And he said, of course, I forgive you. And you take it back. What are you going to do? You're going to think of another strategy. There is always numerous ways to do evil. There is always numerous ways for people to keep on doing evil. Jealousy, envy is one of those things. And the most common one is ego. Oh, yes. You hear that right. Their ego. When their ego, they can't stand you. And they come and they say, oh my God. And on another thing that I've learned about manipulation people is that they just keep on doing it. They keep on doing it until they have their way. It's also another form of reverse psychology. They keep on doing it until they succeed, until they fulfill their inner desire. So if their mission is to bring you down, and they come, they did it in the first time, then say, oh, sure, and you take them back. And they try again, and they try again. They will keep on trying until you are down. And that is why forgive them and never let them back again. That's just the way it is. You can forgive them and never speak with them again. It's not malice. Just that they are no longer welcome. They are not. They are not. Anyone that has the ability to hurt you will always do it again. Again and again and again and again. Just because we talk about forgiveness and letting it go, it doesn't mean that you should be foolish, because foolishness is what we demonstrate every now and then. Often now and then we demonstrate foolishness, not wisdom. Wisdom is the ability for you to take a lesson and safeguard. That is called protection. Now, But what most people do, we do foolishness. That is why they are easily manipulated. That is why they are easily flip up. Easily. They are easily flip up. Because they will, anybody that want to destroy you, it takes time to first of all study you. They know your weak point. When people, they want to get to you, they will be using all their life to study you. Like seriously. They will study you and know all your weak points. And when they finally know your weak point, they will start to, trample upon the prey. Easy, gradually. So when they know that you always, oh, I'm so sorry, yeah, fine, bye. Oh, I'm so sorry, yeah, again. I'm so sorry, yeah, again. I'm so sorry, yeah, again. You're going to be sorry and sorry until the last moment you can't breathe. That's just the way it is. So, thank you all so much. If you have questions, please kindly ask it so that I can answer you before we draw the curtain of today's discussion. And don't forget to let it go. It is hurting you. You are dragging yourself back. My dear, you have to let it go. Forgive. One of the things that you also have to understand that these same people, they are so messed up. As a matter of fact, I pity them. Yeah. It takes me knowledge to understand this, that I pity them, that they themselves, they are messed up. Living in a world where everything is bad. But yeah, it is just like they are messed up. It's none of your business to feed them. How are you? I'm fine. How are you doing? Dead right. Oh, thank you so much, dear. So it is not your responsibility. It is not you that have to fix them. That is why they have therapy. Anybody that feel that he himself need help, he should go and treat himself. That's why you have psychology, you have therapists. Let them go and fix themselves. It is better to associate with people who are actually working on themselves, not to put on kinds of flashy things, but you're emotionally disastrous. That's rubbish. And then you do bad and you beg, oh, I'm sorry. No, my dear, you are not sorry. If you are sorry, go and work on yourself. And that is something that I always try, to ask it when people say, I just look at them and laugh. I said, the same rubbish you throw to somebody, if they throw it at you, how will you feel? And that is something they can answer. I'm trying my best to forgive, but anytime I see the person, the hurt come back. Yeah, because you know why? You are still holding on to that person. You are still tying yourself to that person. But then you just call the person name and say, I forgive you. Like scream it all out. The best way to do it is when you are alone, in a very place where nobody, like just you, like when you're in the bathroom or you are alone in the house, just call the person name and scream it all out with all your emotions, with all your strength. Screaming that person name out. I forgive you. You will even feel yourself crying. And you will feel something, that thing will struck your heart because you have just released that person. And now it's time for you to blossom. And it's time for you to live. When I see things, like people who have like hurt me, like badly, I will cry. I cried so hard. And I see them now. I just look at them. What a pity. That is what I say. I will say to myself, what a pity. Because at that time, it was painful. It was disastrous. It was horrible. But the beauty of it bring at me. And I began to move, and I began to travel. I began to work hard, and I began, resilient. And I build up myself. Here I am, baby, But the beautiful thing is they can never come back because the boundary is so high that you can't. You can't come back anymore because that is how it is. That is when you know you have succeeded. And they will be looking at you like this. That's how they will be looking at you. You free yourself from there. You free yourself from you free yourself from there. You release them from your heart. You don't care anymore. You don't. You don't care. Absolutely, you don't care anymore. You see them and you just wish them well. I wish you well. I wish you well. Like I wish you well. And I move. And I live my life. Da, 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 da. Oh my God. I wish I could sing that song. You know how they said? And I live my life. Da, 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 da. So now you are not living your life. It doesn't matter. So anytime you want to think about that person, just say, I'm living my life. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter, my dear. You are living your life. You are living your life. Oh, I have to go and I have low battery. Oh, thank you so much, my amazing supporter. Thank you all so much, my TikTok supporter. Thank you all so much. Thank you. And YouTube, thank you all so much. We have to close our evening today. And tomorrow, Sunday, we will be coming back again for another beautiful discussion. Have a lovely Saturday evening. Enjoy your cozy evening. Have a lovely day. Bye. I see you guys tomorrow, 10 o'clock, please. Sometimes it can be a bit 10 o'clock, 10 after 10, a little bit, but always know that I will be here 10 o'clock. Have a blessed day. Bye.